Yeah. We're on live Next Level Show. I'm your host, MC, aka Microphone Criminal, in the building. And who we got with us this week?
Live and direct. It's the boy Infitain. Respect to everybody listening right now.
No doubt, man. I'm pretty sure people done seen the face around. But for the couple folks who might not live in Philly, just let people know exactly who you are and what you do.
All right, man. Well, I'm kind of like the every other person that do their thing, man. I got a little movement called Infitain. And basically, Infitain started out like in 2001, trying to build something from scratch, man. It just, I guess trying to, model after the Death Row, Rockefeller, Bad Boy, that whole era.
Right.
So I pretty much was like, okay, hip hop is the way to go. Like, you want to be something in life, my jump shot wasn't so vicious. You know what I mean? I hit one home run in my life, but wasn't doing that enough. So hip hop seemed that was the route to take. So I started up this little record label, Infitain, and from there it just kept growing, man, and turned it into something to be a guest on your show today.
All right, that's what's up. Well, so you said you've been doing this since 2001.
Yeah, man.
Rocking out.
Yeah.
And you be downtown. Let people know about what you be doing downtown.
Well, always on Broad and Chestnut, downtown Philly. A lot of people see me down there,
right,
man. And pretty much started out when I first tried to do it. Like I used to do like telemarketing back in the day. Like I always had odd end sales jobs. So instead of like working for somebody else, man, selling a product, one day, I got my homie B Logic, B Drake, you know what I mean? People that pretty much, man, authentic. We was like, you know what? I'm just going to try to sell our own stuff. So I start off with my homie B Drake, man. Poppy, go get him right now, man, to probably do this little project called The Prologue.
Right.
And we recorded that in my bedroom. You know what I mean? Like it was pretty much, I had a little ghetto set up, a little microphone, and connected with a speaker, no setup,
right,
and just recorded it. Went to my homie crib, pressed up some CDs, and tried to make that. Took a little printer and made my first CD. Trying to do something. I wasn't featured on there. I talked on there. It was on my, my Puff Daddy joint. Take that in the background. But then it just was like, you know what? Like that wasn't working, man. Okay.
But yeah, so you said you was on your P. Diddy type tip. You was just talking. You was hyping it up.
Yeah, man. So then, and that was, I think I stepped out to Columbus, Ohio. I got some family out there.
Okay.
So I went out there to think that I can go out there and just sell them. Because, hearing people like Master P back in the day was doing it.
Right.
Talking about moving albums out the trunk.
Right.
And I even seen you. I seen you on your grind before with your CD.
Definitely,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
So that's how I met, Mike Criminal before back in the day. But it's like, it was just a process, man. So we started off with that Prologue CD. Then it kind of evolved into like working with my man B Logic. We did a joint called Music Over Business. So we took a $5 bill, copied it, Abraham Lincoln, had the whole routine. We packaged that up. And one day we had like 20 of them. We said, you know what, let's try to go sell these. So with that Prologue, man, I think I sold 2. And I pressed up like 500 of them, man. It was like complete, we went, paperclip, you know what I mean? It was. But it was a learning experience, so I don't consider that to be a failure because everything, that was the prologue.
And this
that was
is
the beginning.
one we talking about?
This is 2001, man.
Okay.
This is like, so from there, everything kept evolving, and then we dropped the Music Over Business, and we went down South Street, and we sold all of them. And I was still working my little marketing jobs. My homie B, he was working at McDonald's, and he copped the MPC, got a Triton, the whole professional setup.
Right.
And then we started doing that every weekend. And then what happened was, man, I was like, man, we doing this for real. Like, we coming home with like, bundles of cash, like 5s, 10s, 20s. And it was like, you know what, this is, it's kind of like, I know anybody that hustled, like, moving like anything illegal. It was similar to just seeing a whole bunch of illegal money, but it was legal and it was good. It was good money. And you felt good at what you was selling. So what happened was, man, it was like, you know what, this is the route, man. I quit my job. And I said, I'm going to do this full time, man. Like, I mean, B was holding on to his job.
I heard you on the track. You said 10 years
self-employed. Yes, I. So, man, that's a true story, man. So, we pretty much been trying to, continue on with it. And from here, man, it started working with the hip hop. Then we did started working with poets and rock artists, jazz artists. Then I produced my first documentary with a brother by the name of Earl Weeks. We did a joint called On My Job. So I always had a little camera with me. So I was documenting the process and, merchandising with the T-shirts. Started, exporting some of the service, and here we are today, man. Still rocking 10 years later.
That's what's up. So your products are mainly CDs and things of the nature.
I try to do the media. You know what I mean? Okay. Like the products is pretty much right now. I'm promoting a joint, Miracles, Turning Dreams into Reality, where you can go to infotainment.net, get that right now. You know what I mean? Definitely. It's the DVD and it come with a CD. And the DVD just showed different music videos I produced, different, pretty much the process of being downtown on that whole independent selling CDs grind.
Right.
Man. So that's where we at with it right now.
All right, that's what's up. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hit people with a track real quick so they can see what's going on. Would you say that first track you wanted me to hit them with?
I mean, it's called Trumpin', man. This was the first track I ever recorded, man. It's actually featuring my brother B Logic. This was the joint just to be like, you know what? I got a rhyme, man. I felt like I was almost recording. It was always about the other artist. So this pretty much was like my exodus, man, to try to go into the artist I am. So here we go, Trumpin'. This is it.
Here we go.
No doubt, I feel you.
So that was that track, Trumpin'.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
man.
How long ago would you say you laid that?
Well, that was about that track right there, maybe about 4 years old, 3 years old, maybe. I actually got a sister by the name of Dazzy. I don't know if you heard of her, man. Dazzy Daz, you know, she do a lot for independent artists. She produced that track for me, so, you know, went in there, laid that down in South Philly. So, I mean, you know, at the time, man, that was like the hottest track in the world to me. Like, you know, I don't know what people hear that right now. Like, I still hear it like, oh man, cut that joint off. You know what I mean? But you know, that's my track, man. That's my first, joint right there.
So do you consider yourself like an actual artist, or you consider yourself more like guy behind the scenes or
No,
CEO?
man.
Like, what would you label yourself?
Yo, man,
as?
my artist side, man, I'm definitely, you know, a full-time artist, man. Because, like, you know, even since I was a child, man, I wrote a book at 2 years old. Not 2 years old. I wrote a book in the second grade.
I was about to say, oh, man, let me get out the studio.
Yo, no, not 2 years old, man.
I ain't advanced enough to interview nobody who wrote books at 2 years old.
Yeah, a little child prodigy. No, man. I was doing some things at 2, I'm sure, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? But no, man, at second grade, I wrote, like, this little book, man. And, like, you know, it just was, like, it was like a little autobiography. I was talking about my bike in the corner, like, I mean, my type of cereal I was eating. Like, I mean, it was phenomenal back in the day.
What's up.
You know what I mean? But no, man, it was just like it was an outlet.
So you always had a creative
side
to you.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. You know, call in if you know that side of the brain, the creative side of the brain. Let me know, man. I can't think of it. I know it's either 50-50 chance I can be right about it, but I think out that creative side of the brain, man. So it's just like everything. I look at something, I could look at something and figure out how to turn it into something more than what it is. You know what I mean? That's just how my brain operates.
All right, cool. So you definitely are taking that artist path.
Yeah.
What ultimately do you want to do? Like, do you want to get signed to a major label, or like, you know, ultimately what you want to do with that?
I mean, ultimately, man, like, you know what? Like, in this day and age, it's not even about, like, getting signed, record deal. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I think I stopped thinking like that for a while now. Like, you know what? Not one time have I approached the record label. And I think, like, you know what I mean? With, like, you know, not to sound, like, too crazy with it, but I think I have the ability to go walk in any room, any situation, and get what I want out of that situation. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like I never went to Def Jam. I was like, okay, never went to Sony. You know what? That might even be a route that I need to take. But ultimately, man, I just want to continue to do what I'm doing, man. An entrepreneur, like, grow and manifest more. You know what I mean? And turn more, you know, self-sufficiency is real. I feel like we grow something, then we so quick to give it to somebody else. Right. You know what I mean? And let somebody else get a piece of it. So I want this to be 100% owned, man, by, you know, some for us, by us type movement. You know what I mean? Right, they even sold that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we can't have that. Yeah, they said the FUBU was corny back in the day, though.
He got some money out of it, though.
Boy, like worth 400 million, man.
He paid. He definitely paid. Yeah, definitely. But okay, yeah. So I get what you're saying, and just like how you referenced Master P earlier. Yeah. You know, they came up from the muscle. Yeah. Built that nice little conglomerate there. Yeah. And whatnot. So he's still eating off of that. So are you still doing your thing downtown? Like, do you still go there? I know you also go to AC and different places. Like, what's the whole tour situation? Do you call it tours? Do you be touring, or what would you call it?
I call it, man. You know, I guess, you know, the hood just, you know, someone better than my mind, man. You know, I'm working on it though, y'all. Like, I call it grinding, man. Okay. You know what I mean? You know, it's the 9 to 5 or the 9 to 9. You know, 12-hour shifts. You know what I mean? And I just pick up and I do it. You know, Broad and Chestnut. You know, the Avenue of the Arts. That's the foundation. That's where, you know, you can go and pretty much. I feel like we made that almost, you know, we made that notorious to be what it is. Like, you know, I seen people come all around the world, man. Like from everywhere, France, you know, Switzerland, you know, Germany, you know, Europe, Africans, man, Asians, and all kinds of different cultures I seen right there in the city of Philadelphia. Because, you know, Philadelphia is big stuff, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like, you know, the foundation of America right here. So everybody from around the world comes through Philadelphia, you know, sometime or another if they visiting over here. And you know, that the whole grinding aspect of it, the whole entrepreneurship is pretty much it's a journey to really self-sustain and introduce myself, because really I'm an introverted person, man. Okay. Like I meet all these different people. I'm always talking to people.
You ain't introverted, man. You out there, man. You out there.
That ain't even my style, man. That's like, so that's my artist release. Like, you know what I mean, that's my way to. That's like, you know how you see people, they get on stage. Like, you even look at Hove, man. Hove do a show, he rocking all like that. But you see an interview, he like, you know, it seemed like reserved. It seemed like a reserved boss. So really, you know, that's in my nature. I'm a Scorpio, so it's like really I'm more of a laid back, like in the cut kind of person. I got a hyper personality though, but really, man, I'm really introverted. I thank God that I got a way to release and actually meet people.
That's what's
you know what I mean.
And I was just about to ask you, what would you say some of those more interesting experiences of you being down there at Board and Chestnut were?
Yo, I got so many of them, man. Like
just some stuff that just pop in your mind as soon as I say like one of your most.
Yo, I remember, like, if I just had to say some sales, like, I mean, because, you know, selling something, I don't know if y'all listening and if y'all ever tried to sell anything, or, you know, whether it was on eBay, anything, you know, it's an art even to try to sell somebody something, to come up out of nowhere and introduce something to be like, you know, I think you would actually enjoy this. I remember a young lady, man, she was like, you know, I mean, my homie B might remember this. Young lady was like, her brother had just stole all her credit cards. You know, she was hurting, man. And I was like, you know what, sis? Like, you know, I was in sales mode, because, you know, when you in sales, when you pretty much an entrepreneur, you have, your goal is to complete what you're supposed to do. Right. You know, if you clock in for anybody, if you don't do your job, you're getting fired. So I was able to be my boss and my employee at the same time. So I said to sis, I said, you know, look, Miss Lady, like, you know, if you were to purchase this CD right here, you know, I guarantee you it's going to cheer you up. You know, she was, you know, almost in tears. You know, she said, well, how much is it? And then she bought it, man. So it's like, I mean, it was like, so, you know, that's like one interesting moment right there. But I remember running into Professor Griff, you know what I mean, from Public Enemy. You know, Professor Griff supported, man.
He be through Philly a lot.
Yeah, always at Black and Nobel, you know, doing different lectures and all that. Professor Griff going into his pocket, supporting the business, man. And I think that even, you know, you can talk the talk, but you got to be able to walk the walk, man. Because if, you know, you can sit up here and say, you know, you want to see change, but when you see an entrepreneur, and I got you on your CD too, man. Like, all right, I got you on your CD, man.
It's cool.
All right. You know what I mean? When you see an entrepreneur doing something, man, you got to support that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even just be talking about it and not be about it. Then, you know what I mean? Because then somebody like Professor Griff supporting, ran into Steve Harvey. You know what I mean? Steve Harvey supported before.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, you know what I mean? And
he was down there at the corner of the arts?
Yeah, he was passing through. I think he just dropped his book around this time. So, you know, he was making a killing off that. Like, I mean, half of y'all probably got that book. The sisters probably got the book. That, what was he talking about?
You got the book?
Yeah, she got the book.
You got the book?
That's Sister Sunny right there, man. She positive, systematic. Got a little organization called Youth for Change, man. So I wanted to bring her on here just to even say that name, because right now, especially with the whole, you know, situation, you know, Florida situation, you know, Zimmerman getting off, and, you know what I mean, brother Trayvon Martin, you know, his memory alive. You know, it's important. We gotta continue to build, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know what I mean? So that's why, you know, I bought the sister today, man. I knew she was doing some positive things. So definitely look for more from Youth for Change when y'all hear about that, y'all.
All right, so we're going to ask her a couple questions on the next segment. We definitely going to bring her on. So are you working with any other artists currently as far as with your music, or just pushing anybody else right now?
Well, right now,
the label,
right now on the project Miracles, man, I got a model that's actually gonna be on your show next week, or she was on there already. Killer Seduction.
Yeah, she was on there last week.
Yo, shouts out to Sister Killer Seduction, man. You know, she supported, man. I did like a little video photo shoot with her, so I showed a couple clips from some of the things that we did. Brother Richard Ramson, man, got him on the CD. Of course, my brother B Logic on there. You know, his music video. Man, I got some people, man. Brother Aaron Thomas. Shout out to my cousin right there, man. Cedric Rozier, man. Stretching Christ. I had to just plug your name real quick. Got my brother Poppy. Go get him. Machete King.
Yeah, I know Machete.
You know Machete King. Yeah. Yo, Machete King be on his grind. Man.
He do.
I got to shout out, y'all, man. You know, the have-nots. We definitely in the building right now. I had to give y'all that. You know, I got everybody. My man Los Aflo. I don't know if you came across him, yo. Yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, Carlo Campbell, man. He was on that Unliterous tour. You know, and it's just like, yo, these are people that I seen, you know, that I know that's actually doing something. You know what I mean? Right. Like, you know, shouts out to, you know, all the people that's talking about doing something, you know, posting about what they want to do. You know what I mean? You know, doing
wishing and dreaming.
Yo, I mean, you know, that's the beginning right there. You know what I mean?
But some people don't make it past that initial step though.
Yeah, man. You can't sit up there and be talking about what you want to do, you know, procrastinating. You got to get up. So these are people that actually seen in the process of doing something. And it's so much more people. My sister Desi the Bomb, man, Desiree Holland, she's on the project, the whole Turn of Dreams, the reality DVD, available at infotainment.net. You know, mainstream media, you know, corporations taught me that, man. Always plug what you're doing, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know,
now, how many CDs and DVDs do you got out right now?
Well,
what's that collection looking like?
Well, right now, it's all about the Miracles, man. It's one CD and one DVD.
Okay.
Miracles available on iTunes, you know, Google Play, Amazon, all that stuff.
And when did you actually release that?
That was just released this month. Well, really, this month, July, pretty much. So, you know, like the beginning of July, I think like July 4th, July 3rd might have been like one of the first times we came out with it. And, you know, but yo, man, I probably did almost 30 different projects, probably more than that, man. I did a B-boy breakdancing documentary with a brother by the name of Shafiq Mighty Mouse Westbrook.
Okay.
You know, he's featured on the DVD. He was on that show, So You Think You Can Dance, representing Philly. So, I mean, my man Damon, Denk the Clown, Holly is on the DVD. And this is, you know, I mean, these are people that just was working, man. Like, if you ever been downtown, seen the Bulls breakdancing, you know what I mean? I caught a lot of that footage. I seen my man Levi from the Urban Shamans on there. Yeah, I mean, Timmy Tanzania on there.
They got some unbelievable moves.
Yeah, I mean, they doing it, man. I can't do 2% of the stuff they be doing. So,
well,
you know what I mean?
I can't do 1%. So we on the same page.
I do. I mean, I could top rock. You know what I mean? You know, I can top rock. So that's my 2% right there.
So Miracles right now, it's on iTunes.
Yeah.
They can go straight to iTunes, type in Miracles.
Don't even go to iTunes. Come to infotainment.net. You know what I mean?
Go to infotainment.net.
If you you know, if you're so caught up in the matrix that, you know, all you do is go to iTunes and, you know, the Google Plays, because the phones is real. You know what I mean? We got to tap in that. That's a whole new world right now. You see what Hove did with the Samsung Galaxy John.
Yeah, definitely.
20 million. So that's just showing like, yo, man.
That was
like,
crazy. Those crazy numbers.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, so, you know, go to infotainment.net, man. I hate to plug it. Yo, this is what I do for a living, though, y'all. Y'all know me. When y'all see me on the grind, that's what I do. Infotainment.net to pick up that documentary. I think it's a must-have for any artist, any entrepreneur doing a thing. Let me take the time to definitely shout out brother Glenn Ellis. Okay. You know, highly influential in the movement, man. Sister Dorothy Bailey, highly influential. These are elders that have been very supportive to what I've been doing. So when I wanted to take the time to do that, man. But Miracles, that's the movement right now.
That's what's up. We got a CD there and we got a DVD.
Yup, it's come with the, you know, it's a soundtrack. I mean, it's a documentary and it come with the soundtrack. Right, cool. So, you know, you definitely want to support that, man. As I can try to.
How many tracks is actually on the soundtrack?
Soundtrack got about 18 tracks, man. Okay. And it's you know, I got Miss Michelle Antisocial on there. She like a folk singer. You know what I mean? Like, I got all kinds of music.
So it's very diverse.
Yeah, you know, eclectic, a word that I learned on the grind. You know what I mean? Eclectic. I learned that while working on, you know, downtown. So
sometimes I refrain from using certain words like that, you know, because...
Now bring them on, man. I need that, man. I need any word you can use right now, I'm jacking. I'm using that when I can, man.
No doubt. But that's what's up, man. So sound like something y'all definitely need to cop up on. Infotain.net.
Yeah, infotainment.net.
My bad.
Excuse me. Okay, let me do the plug real quick. You know what I mean? Iverson. INFITAINMENT, infotainment.net. And, you know, definitely check that out, man. You know, infotainment.net, Miracles turning. You know, you can always oversell, too.
And they can basically catch up with anything you're doing on there, like as far as where you're going to be at, your shows and stuff like that you're doing. Are you doing shows currently? Or
I'm lazy when it come to that, man. Like, if you know something, let me know, man. I'm there. You know what I mean? When it come down to getting on stage, I like being on stage, man. Like, I like performing. I like bringing the energy. But I'm definitely, you know, when you put so much energy into one thing, you know, sometimes, you know, it's the balance to be able to, you know, got to be on the show, John, too. I understand
what you mean.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
We in the next level show, that take up a lot of time.
Yeah, man. And, yo, definitely, you know, got to support Mike Criminal, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, the setup is phenomenal. I don't know if y'all been here yet, but definitely call in. Y'all, I mean, you know, request them as a friend on Facebook. True, you know, good peoples. You want to, you know, stay in tune with this next level show. Something for real.
267-535-3930 is the number to call up. We're going to go ahead and get into this next track. We was talking about haters on there.
Yeah, that was Spoken Words right there. You know, well, artists formerly known as Spoken Words, just words right now. You know, featured on that track, man. We recorded that at West Philly, People's Mars Outertainment, man. So, you know, we recorded that out there. Beat done by Kid Covega. You know what I mean? So, you know, just Philly, just, you know, I guess supporting Philly, doing what we do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And on this segment, we're gonna be talking to Miss. What's your name again?
Sister Sunny, Miss Sonya, Sister Blount.
Okay.
All that good stuff.
All right, that's what's up. So tell us a little bit more about what it is that you got going on. He said you got some organization. So tell us a little bit about that.
I'm definitely here representing Youth for Change. YFC is the place to be. Positive movement, positive young people. I work with children from the ages of 5 to 12, and we do community service, mentoring, and we provide educational enrichment programs during the out-of-school time. So on Saturdays, we meet every week, do a lot of volunteer work, and we definitely doing some positivity within the North Philadelphia community.
All right, that's what's up. How can people get in contact with the organization if they want to volunteer? Y'all take volunteers or?
Yes, so we are always in need of some positive volunteers, people that want to instill some greatness into the generations. As of now, we don't have a website, but Brother Infitain is going to be hooking that up for us.
Yeah, that's on the way.
You
got the Facebook page, all right?
Yeah, I
right
definitely
now?
got the Facebook page, so you can go like us on Youth for Change Philly at Facebook. You can hit me up, Sonya Blount, that's SONIA, Blount, BLOUNT at gmail.com, and I will definitely get back to you. We are also looking for people to do our classes when we do our cooking classes, or when we do our physical fitness, so definitely hit me up.
All right, that sounds like a lot of good stuff right there that y'all got going on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Infitain, you wanna say anything?
Nah, man. Gotta support when you see the seeds even growing, man. You gotta water. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So we gotta. That's what it's all about, man. So when you see somebody doing something, it's just like had to give it a look, because I know she consistently. I actually lived in a community where her peoples was actually serving, man. Mm-hmm. Like I mean, so I used to stay up like 17th and Tioga, so it's real over there.
Eagles Wings Evangelistic Church.
Shouts out to the whole movement right there, man. The beautiful church, man. Pastor Lola and all that. And you know what it is that like, man, I used to step out the crib, man, and just see like things, like North Philly, like nothing but like just like poverty. You know what I mean? And I felt like but it was like I'm grateful for sisters like this and like her moms and her family. They used to come around and it just was like light. Used to give people job opportunities, like and used to actually provide change. So it's like that's what it is. They don't even have a whole lot, but with little they do, they make it seem like a whole a bunch. Right. And it's really effective in the community, because I lived right in the dead heart of North Philly, 17th and Tioga. So it's just like I seen the impact. So that's why what her mom is doing, what her family is doing, what she's doing, we got to support that.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And you could start off small, but you could still feed the multitudes.
That's
like
right.
how this,
Okay,
Jesus,
I hear you, bro.
The fish and the loaves. You know what I mean? We had the fish and the loaves and the thing.
Yeah,
so
man.
how'd you actually get started with that? How did that whole thing come together?
For sure. It actually started off as a dance class at my church, something small, something to do every week, and it basically just grew. I was having kids come in by the busload coming to the dance class, so I figured maybe I should make it more of a formal thing. We have a program. Maybe we should go on some trips, do some community service, because all in all, it's about what I can give and what I can teach to the generations. It's not about me. It's not about anything, other than what I can instill in them. And I just basically took what I know. I like to cook, so I said, let's do a cooking class. I started working out, so I said, let's lift some weights a little bit. So it's all of us gathering our talents. We got some awesome volunteers. Shout out to Brother George, Sister Jazz, Brother Raheem, Sister Rhonda, Sister Juanisha. That's about it.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, so
I mean, the community definitely needs things like that, and make sure y'all holler at her on the Facebook to get in, find out how y'all can get down with that. So I'm gonna ask y'all about the topic. All right. You know what I mean, real quick. You ready, brother?
Yeah, I mean,
ready?
We always ready, man.
So we asking people, is racism still holding people back in 2013?
You want to say anything about that or what?
He said, "Are you ready?" I got.
I got something to say. I mean, what you think though, for real?
Don't hold back. Come on, we on the next level show.
A lot of times, there are certain things that we allow to hold us back, and there are certain things that are prevalent in certain situations that we have no control over. So, in some instances, I do think that racism plays a big part of the way things are, our system, the way things are developed, the way that we're educated. But my goal is action is key. So don't allow that to withhold you from your opportunities. Don't allow that to, be the end all be all of your life. Period. Don't say,
that.
"Oh, the white man." No. We gotta do better than that.
I feel that.
We gotta do better than that.
Give her a standing ovation. All right, I definitely feel your answer. Let's pass it back on. This your second chance.
No, I mean, really, that's such a touchy subject for people, man. Like for me, like me just stepping out my own hood, stepping out into like people's lives, right?
Right.
Naturally, I've seen racism amongst like all people, including like my own race. You know what I mean? Like, self-hate, you know what I mean? But I've seen love in all races. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all races. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's really about the amount of respect that you implementing, how much love that's actually radiating from yourself. I don't care if somebody else is low, and like, see, racism is like it's a cop-out. It's like hate towards yourself. It's a fear. If you fear to even get to take the time to even get to know somebody, if you want to judge them off of outer appearance, you already missing out on 98% of the greatness of life already when you're prejudging a situation. You know what I mean? So they already failure. So that what? Sometimes you got to just know that's somebody's weakness, yo. Like that's almost like a retardation. That's somebody get taught at something young to self-hate. You know what I mean? Because generally, you know what I mean? It's like that's not even real. It's real, yo. You can make it real. You can teach that, and sometimes you look at something like I don't like that, but no, man, you miss out on so much when you try to just deal with one set of people, because we all got something to contribute. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I definitely feel both of y'all answers. You brought it home.
Yeah, man.
You was in here preaching. Yo,
life is just real, man.
If he had pulled out an offering basket, I would have probably had to reach.
I do got the joint coming around now. No, we just messing around.
You know what I mean? So we about to be out of here in a few minutes, but if y'all want to hit up Infitain or you want to talk to Sonya, call up 267-535-3930. We about to get into the last track that he gave us, Miracles. I'm gonna go ahead and let you speak on that, and once again put out the project, let people know where they can get it and all that good stuff.
All right, y'all. Like once again, man, it's the boy Infitain, live and direct, West Philadelphia representative. And this is a song that actually just came out, man. I think it was like 7 degrees outside, and I was trying to stay motivated to actually, finish my mission, man. I'm a person. If you see me downtown, I'm not leaving until I get everybody, you know what I mean? Till I get all my projects off. Like I come out with a quota. I might come out with 20. I might come out with 30. Whatever. I'm not leaving until I get them done. So it was 7 degrees. I was freezing. And that's what I came up with, man. I came up with this hook to self-motivate myself. And before it became a song, it was just something I told myself. So hopefully you can get something out of it. Here we go right here. Miracles.
And they can get that where?
Oh, man. Yo, do I even got to say infotainment.net? www.infotainment.net. INFITAINMENT. Infotainment.net. You already know.
How you doing? This is Sonya, Sister Sunny, representing You for Change. I'm here with MCTV. Support the movement, positive change in the community, and hit us up, You for Change Philly, at Facebook.